we start the. I hate these somber note shits. Is just weird, bro. Be Rest in peace, Miss Jaquline Avant, Clarence Avant's wife. I'm so sick of this shit, bro. Like I'm so sick of this type of shit. Like I don't even know how to classify it. Apparently, there's been an arrest, but this is all subject to just like even the laws that exist in the wild, nigga. Like, and there are laws for real. Like, no women and no children, bro. Like, come on, like none of that bullshit. And these new niggas out here,
80-year-old woman. I was like, bro.
These new niggas out here don't have no moral, no code about them, bro. And I don't like. You supposed to have empathy and all. Fuck all that. These scum of the earth ass niggas, burn them niggas. I don't have no. In my mind, I can't even go there with you. It's not a conversation I can have about anybody accident. I don't want to hear none of that shit, bro. Like that one hurts. What happened? For Clarence Avant. I don't know how many people have seen the Black Godfather doc
that was
on Netflix.
And that's part of the reason it rocked me so much, because that doc like blew my mind. I didn't even know who he was, and it was very like, wow, like you've done this much for Black people. Like that's crazy. Like
so
go ahead.
That's the part B. Like so few niggas enter this world, and niggas meaning I generalize. That means everybody. I'm sorry. We had to clarify that. It's like niggas like. Sometimes you use it like it's general, like it applies to everybody, and then it's like specifically men, and then it's like just Black people, and it's like, yeah, you got to listen to the inflection. So niggas, yeah, niggas generally, the whole world, usually, for the most part, people enter this world and their calling or their purpose is to just serve. That's all the fuck you're supposed to do. You ain't supposed to do nothing else but serve. Clarence Avant identified that early in himself and fully leaned into that shit. He wasn't ever worried about being a nigga, like all in the videos, none of that shit. Y'all take care of that. Holla at me if y'all need anything, but otherwise y'all just figure it out. He was so good at just putting people together. Him, Quincy Jones, all them type of dudes that just play their role. And his rider, like the outside of being Mrs. Clarence of Jaquline Avant on her own, the philanthropy work that she was doing just herself, like that's the part that hurts. And that documentary, to your point, B, I don't think most of us knew who he was prior to. Like that's what, like that film getting made and then being released the way it was, and then how it spread. Like I had 10 separate people be like, "Hey fam, you need to watch this immediately." Like, and you can't help but be moved. You can't help but be inspired. You can't help but just, reimagine what life could be if you lean into whatever you're supposed to do and just do it to the best of your abilities. How you can take care of so many people and feed so many people. Back to, we were talking about Dolph. Dolph was feeding families, and not on no turkey. The turkey drive was just for the optics, for y'all to make it make sense. Dolph was had people on payroll that were changing their lives, and by proxy changing other people's lives, bro. That shit was they had a real crazy stat about LeBron when he left Cleveland that first time he went to Miami. And there was the report, an estimate $20 million that left that community once he moved, from just how the economy works, like different jobs being generated, all this shit, and then this one person relocates himself, and then all those jobs go away. You know what I'm saying? And so you gotta really just think of just like value in what people are doing, and then it's just certain shit should be off limits if you ask me. But that one hurt me. I saw that, woke up to that like first thing. Was that Tuesday, B?
Yeah, it was either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Woke up to that and just stomach was fucked up the rest of the day. Like, oh man.
So basically there was a home invasion and they killed her.
Yeah, are Are they where? What part of LA are they in? Are they? They're not in Baldwin Hills, are they?
I don't know what part of LA.
Okay.
Beverly
Hills, I think.
Having a lot of
LA's turned.
Yeah, the
LA's
same shit that's
right
going
now.
on in the Bay.
Yeah.
But it was just I don't know. It felt like that. Like it just felt like, wow, damn, like the code feels so non-existent, but also like, I don't know, just to watch his documentary, to have the response that it just triggered for me, to just be like, damn, like this person opened so many doors. He was the type of person to, like, when Black people weren't even allowed in certain spaces, when they finally were, he was making sure that they were getting the right contracts and making sure that they were in line with the right people, and being like, hey, no, like they got your money fucked up, like go back and do that. Like he just did it for so many people that we all know now to be greats. Quincy Jones,
we
being
know and love
one.
Michael
And
Jackson.
to live a life like that, and to be so close on the other end of your life, you know, he's in his 80s as well, and to have your partner taken in that way, I just can't even imagine at that age how you cope, you know, like that shit gonna be crazy. So I don't know. When I saw that, I was like, wow, like this is what we doing? Like, and not to say that this doesn't happen every other day to people who aren't necessarily in the spotlight, and not to say that their life is any less, you know, valuable, but it's just, I just was like, there's just certain people you almost feel to be untouchable, because you feel like we all just agree, like, hey, like we not about to kill Jay-Z. That's crazy. This nigga's doing too much. Like, why would we fuck that nigga up? Like, and to see something happen where I go, wait, what? Like, what? Wait, we need a meeting.
Right. Immediately.
Reset this fucking code, because y'all crazy right now. But it'd be life.
Yeah, man. That like set, like the Dolph shit, that a few of the attacks that have been caught on camera in the Bay. The Bay's on fire right now. It's so ill out here. And we talking like 13, 14-year-old kids, strapped outside, home invasions, bipping, all the shit. And so naturally it's putting everyone on high alert. So I know the women that I know that's out here, just hey, this is what time it is. This is what time I'm on. It's like it's creating this blanket of anxiousness and fear and anxiety. So walking outside is just different. Like it's just mad different. You got to escorting people to and from the lab, like, you know. So just a reminder to folks, like, it's not a be fear, high alert, living for this, but man, just really, really, really be aware, and to take an extra look, be extra cautious. Don't be mad, careless, and not because anything other than people are starving and the hyenas are out. Like we're feeling the ramifications of 2 years of just being down. Like we're feeling all that shit for real. And maybe you couldn't see it, maybe your proximity was different, whatever the fuck, but when you're in certain places, just take an extra look, and the town is one of them. It's weird because it doesn't seem to be any, like, I don't know. It's not any, there's an internal war happening with a whole bunch of just like people who are innocent bystanders, whatever the fuck that means. But all of it's fair game. And this sort of solidified that and just made it. And granted, it was in LA, but it's felt the same here for a little bit too. So yeah.
It has to do with cities, you know, like like it's just how cities are pasted together. Basically, is just like it's close proximity to a lot of different situations. So because of the pace, you can overlook a lot of the inner workings, and also it's like the the politics behind cities as well. In order, it's a haven for big business, so you can tend to cover up a lot of the inner workings of what's taking place, and then just try to guard like wherever the money is located at. But of course, that leaves a lot of people on the outs, to kind of fend for themselves. And that kind of goes into the topic that I had on the that was interesting to me, was just like that because of what was going on in Oakland, or it's going on in Oakland right now. They was offering like a signing bonus for people to join OPD. So new recruits, a 20 grand signing bonus, and then transfers from other departments to come, or like other locations to come into OPD, 50K signing bonus.
Jesus Christ.
And if you think about all the resources that were used for that sting in Alameda, that's kind of the hype that the police force is on. So I'm thinking of that number and I'm like, that's taxable money. Good luck getting people, like you'll probably get some of like the KKK in that motherfucker, probably. Like you'll get like the folks that's really here to like, pick off, some inner city folks. But as far as like for where things are heading, you make a lot more money in the illegal drug trade and all the other shit that's going on, being a part of the problem by looking the other way. But also like when things happen, taking your cut and getting your retirement. So like you make a lot more money off of that than what the signing bonus is. So that's like the obliviousness, I would say, to, what's going on. But then again, I think about political figures and they got really 2 years to really push their agenda before they're on to their next project. So there's so many things that are a part of this equation that, if it eventually falls off, the scraps fall off, and that's the shit that we got to deal with. But like Mani was saying, man, you just gotta, shit. I mean, if you pray, stay prayed up, and, pay attention to your surroundings. But yeah, we in that time right now.
Stay your ass at home too. All this Christmas, fuck Christmas. Like out shopping, nigga. Hey, Amazon had that shit sent directly to them, bro. Sign that Christmas card and be done with it. All that, but being outside, being a lick, like it just ain't. It ain't worth it. And it's all consumerism, capitalism, all that shit. It's like it ain't worth nobody life. On both ends, material shit. Like people are dying over nothing, literally, and it's hard to make peace with that shit. Like niggas' lives ain't worth more than some Gucci slides. Like that's it. That's it. I think that's been the hardest thing about this. It's talking to be walk. Shout out my dog. He listening to the show. He's like, I use the show to kind of gauge where you at. He's like, the last few episodes, bro, you done said some shit. And it's like, oh, okay. He's like, so tell me more. And I'm like, bro, did all this shit thinking that, trying to justify or at the very least make sense of a nigga's weirdo energy. And as far as music goes and like the music industry or our entertainment industry, how about that? And I thought the weirdness was it's competitive, the spots are limited, and the money's limited. That I could justify and make peace with. That kind of makes sense. Okay, cool. Scarcity, it's not a lot of money to circulate. All right, cool. You kind of get a peek in, and you go, oh, it's hella money. It's hella money here. It's hella resources here. Enough to share, like enough to put your people on for real and not be weird about it. And all of this, y'all, to find out it was never about the money. Like niggas just wanted to be famous for real or hold some sort of status in their little bubble. Like that's all they wanted. They didn't want no bread for real. It was like, oh fuck this. Well, this is even more sinister than I could have ever even imagined, because niggas ain't here for no money. Y'all just here to say you did it. Just to say just because it looked cool. Until it don't no more, then you're 100% comfortable with fading into the abyss, but niggas don't want no money for real. I said, now I can't even pretend with y'all because this is weirdo. Like, you could be taking care of hella people and not directly handing nobody nothing, but just going, hey man, my man's is really great at this. I can put him in a situation. Nah, man, you can't do that. And really what it is watching how these label situations be working out. And niggas got to sign over their whole likeness and everything. So okay, ain't no just putting that. Now that shit got to get cleared and approved by 4 other niggas that just may say no because they don't want you. Nah, that's doing a favor for some people we don't have no business with. Fuck out of here. Like, all right. It's pretty cut and dry. It's pretty straightforward. And I'm just like, Lex, you really brought it to my attention when you noticed the comments from the Sue interview shit. I thought I was tripping. So I was like, let me not read those comments no more. And then Lex mentioned them last week. And I'm like, wait, are they that sick? And then somebody else hit. I'm like, oh, damn. And it's like the idea that people that don't know me or know Push could go, oh, them niggas hella industry. All they care about is money. And it was like, wait, what? Like that's what you're getting from this dialogue. That's fucking impressive. And then you realize it is like even the self-righteous like woke niggas that's pretending like the rap activists and shit. Them niggas so fake. Them the sickest niggas for real. Because a certain status and a certain safe position comes with that, and them niggas don't ever have to do no real action for real. They don't ever have to put anything behind those words. They can just say that shit because it sound cool, or they can tweet it because it look cool and get hella impressions and everything, and they look like the safe rap activist nigga who ain't done nothing and ain't outside for real. So it's becoming all to me. All of this is wrapped into one G. So when you talking about that OPD shit, I had no idea that was going on. And now the energy around the officers makes sense too, because they outside patrolling whatever little bit of surface they got, and they energy. Them niggas is just strange. They not from here at all. They don't have any recollection or any connection to this community at all. And they seeing some of the most bugged out shit on their beat, their 12-hour, 14-hour beat. And the conversation can't be as simple as defund this, overthrow this, take this money, bro. We got to go really, really break down the economics for real, because that's where all the information is. Like, I want to talk about mining your content, nigga. Mine these reports for real, and what is being reported, and how these books is being cooked, and how these budgets is being broken down based off what's being reported and what never goes reported, what we know to be true. You know, it's just so sinister, and it's feeling like it's getting darker by the minute.